All right, so let's go. All right, so today, some possible questions tonight. This message is particular, but before going to the possible questions, there is a presentation. There's a presentation for there's a presentation that was created by a student of ours. She's not on now. She's trying to log on. She's been having some issues getting on. So let me pause the presentation. Let me pause this lesson first, and then we get into this part of the lesson. So let's just watch her video first, and then we can, comment on it afterwards. All right. So let me just go straight to her thing first. Look for the video. The video was created by Amai Abbott. So we're gonna watch her video first, and then we get into tonight's lesson. All right, so here it goes.
Hello everyone. Good night to you all. Well, I'm going to make my water filter. So as you can see here, I have all my ingredients that I need to make my water filter. So I have already cut the top of the bottle. So this could be my water filter, right? So this is my water filter. Now, I'm going to take a few pieces of cotton and put it inside of the bottle, right? Put this inside of the bottle, like this. Okay, so next we're going to go to my fine sand, right? And this is my fine sand. Show a layer of fine sand inside of the bottle, right? There, like that. A little more. Okay. Now my charcoal. It's a layer of my charcoal. Okay, the finer the charcoal is, I think it's the better. Now my gravel. Good job. And my rocks. Okay, and I think my water filter is ready, right? And this is the water. As you can see, the water is discolored. So we're going to, just a second. Here's my clean container. I'm gonna put it here. Pour some of the water inside. Alright. Just wait a little for it to drain. Okay, so this is called purification of water, right? So it's now draining. Right, great. So you can see the water is more cleared than the one here, right? The water is more clearer. Wow, now my water is purified. Alright. Well, if you don't want to do this one as well, you can also boil the water. Alright. But here is the water. The difference between the water, you can see this water here, it is discolored. And this one now that is already purified, you can see it is more clearer. Alright, so that's my little video, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Well, thank you again for that video, Amoy. And so we continue on these great presentations, very great presentations, of course. And I see that you guys have good motor skills and creativity, and you're budding scientists. And with all these videos, it says to me that you are indeed scientists, right? So it is wonderful to know that. Right? It's wonderful to know that, and it's really good to know. Okay? We'll continue being creative and making the HSB lessons come alive. But I sincerely hope that more and more assignments will, come out and so forth. But before we go into the lesson though, I had promised that I had a person that I invited, one of our past students, and she now lives in the UK, and so she could not have, come on Thursday night because she, the hours between, 8 o'clock and there should maybe 5, 6 hours, should have been her bedtime. So what she did for us was to create a video for us. And I'm going to show you that video just now. I hope I still have it. Yes, I still do. So I'm going to show you the video that she created for us. And
hey everyone, so I want to give a basic rundown of my experience with CDP Labs. It was a tremendous.
Okay. So she created a video on behalf of CDP Labs. So I'm just going to watch that you watch a video and hear from her about her experience. Now, her experience was her experience was her experience was one that, her experience was one that she started the program, and you will hear from her, in 2 weeks before the CXC exam.
Good night, sir.
Night, Tiandra.
I wasn't able to join because the Zoom was updating.
Yes, but I will let you know on one condition. Please tell your mother that I'm serious about it. I said, okay, ma'am.
What you said?
I will let you in because of one condition to please tell your mother that she needs to take care of her part.
Okay.
All right, after this, I will not allow you. Okay, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, what I was saying is that she came to the exam 2 weeks before it. And if she could come to the exam 2 weeks before, she'd tell her story. And did get a grade 2. I mean, I told her what she needed to do, and she did what she had to do. And she got her grade 2. And so, but allow her now to share her 2 minutes, 3 minutes worth of experience. And then we get into our class and get some work done. All right. So let me hear from her name is now Mrs. Valentine, And actually, before I go let her play, before I play her video, she, after getting a grade 2 in HSB, she went and recommended the school to another student, a friend of hers, niece, and that friend came into the Nicosia came into the program and got a grade 1 for human and social biology, and she passed her exam in mathematics just the same. So I'm telling you that to God be the glory, great things he has done. And I'm expecting that persons who are in this program will maintain high level of performance. But if you do what you're supposed to do, you will be successful. So let's hear what Samoya, Mrs. Samoya Valentine has to say to you guys.
Hey everyone, so I want to give a basic rundown of my experience with CDP Labs. It was a tremendous experience and still is because I still use them while I'm here in the UK. So my experience, I really enjoyed the sessions because I had like 2 weeks to prepare for the exam, um, to study thoroughly. I was doing haphazard reading here and there because I was going to class, but I wasn't going as often as I should have. And so I joined CDP Labs, found them through YouTube when I was trying to find a tutor because I really needed a tutor because that's the only help I see, at that time, at that point in time. So for me it was great. Like what I did was I utilized my learning skills, right? I am a visual learner, and Ronique, he taught me lessons of how to use my visual skills. And with that, I put in the hard work of going through each section of the syllabus and utilize my visual skills by running through pictures, using pictures and diagrams to understand each lesson and ensure that I kept all the different areas. And for me, like even now, I literally remember my experience doing that, and also I remember the things from what I've studied. So it was more like it became more solidified in my mind, and I really enjoyed it. And one encouragement I would give is that find your learnings, find what you how you used to understand stuff. Like different persons are different learners. You have visual learners, you have persons who can literally read something and understand it. But I'll encourage you to put in the hard work, put in the time, and to use the technique that suits you, to become more familiar and understand the subject matter more easier. So for me, the exam was really easier, made easier because of those techniques. Yeah, I got a grade 2 because I did not study one section thoroughly. Let me just get that in. But one encouragement I would give: study it thoroughly and study each section thoroughly so you can get your grade 1. And good luck to you all. Have a wonderful study session at CDP Labs.
All right, so you have heard the testimony. All right, you have heard her testimony about CDP Labs. And of course, I'm giving God all the glory. She says a lot, but I'm giving God all the glory for it. And you have heard it. You got to do what you got to do. I was showing you a bit of that in the last class we had. Where the text structures are concerned, you have to apply these things. When you apply them, no doubt you'll do well in your exam. So you'll definitely do well in exams if you do what you are supposed to do. Now, here we have a past paper question. Could somebody read what's there for me, please? Can somebody unmute their mic and read what's there for me, please? Can anyone unmute their mic and read what's there for me, please? Thank you.
Figure 3 shows the arrangement of teeth in the upper jaw of an adult human. Figure 3, teeth in the upper jaw of an adult human. Name the type of tooth labeled W and state its function.
All right. Thank you very much, Kimola. And I failed to, as I heard Kimola, her sister came into the program in January 2018 and got a grade 1 for human and social biology, a grade 2 for English language, came back again the following year, did 3 more subjects, got all 3 subjects, and now she has 5. So I'm just saying that to God be the glory, and we serve because we want to serve you, And we teach you because we want to teach you. But we are saying to you, though, that you need to ensure that you do your part of it, which is to pay your fees. And I have to say that because, I mean, sorry to say this, no, but you have students who have really treated us terribly, even now. And I had to disband a student because, bar the student from the class because you have a responsibility. You have to carry out your responsibility. You are getting good service, but you must pay for it. You're not paying much for it. You're only asked to pay just a little. Else we have to pay lots more. They couldn't pay for this type of service anywhere else. So I'm just saying, make sure that persons take care of their end of the bargain while we at CDP Labs take care of our end of the bargain. All right? Don't like talking about those things, but I have to say it. All right. Now, this question is based on one of your worksheet assignments, right? That some two new students haven't done it as yet, but you need to do it. I don't know why Javon don't join Schoology yet. You got a letter. The instructions were pretty clear. You were supposed to read the instructions on the letter, follow it, and join Schoology, because that's where the assignments are. The assignments for the live worksheet is really for in-class activity. But the one that you do during the week is at Schoology. So let's get that one clear, please. All right. I've not yet seen an assignment uploaded by the great Triciana. I don't know what is stopping her. Oh, happy belated birthday, ma'am. It's Triciana's birthday.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Oh, I was wondering. I was wondering if it was Thursday. I was wondering if it was Thursday why you didn't come. You know, but
No, sir, we did tell us it's Sunday. I'm not sure if I got their class. Sunday, Matt.
oh, well, we can sing happy birthday now because guess what? And I'm going to give my birthday present right now, right? By singing. Because the sun has set. So today's Sunday actually. So today's a birthday. Happy birthday. So let me sing my happy birthday for you. I feel a bit shy and nervous, but let me sing happy birthday for you. Is there anybody celebrating any birthdays now? Is there anybody else celebrating birthday? Nobody? All right. If not, let me try a thing now. At least put a smile on your face, right? Let me sing, right? Let me sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, there, Christina. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Brian McKnight. Thank you, sir. Yeah, we are laugh.
How are you?
All right, good. So as I was saying that this exam question, if you did the worksheet assignment, then you shouldn't have a problem answering this question. That's as simple as that. This is very important to do your worksheets. Very important. And I saw that Amoy herself made a video based on that as well. So let's test your knowledge, all right? And it's good to see having the charts is very important. The modules, very important. Let me ask Amoy. Let's test Amoy's skills and memory now. Ready, Amoy? Ready, Amoy? Amoy, your mic is muted if you're answering me. Your mic is muted, Amoy. While Amoy is trying to sort out her mic.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
what is the name of the tooth right here?
The premolar.
The premolar. Right, very good. So, good. Can you see? Memory serves you right, isn't it? Premolar. But what is the function of the premolar, may I ask?
The premolar helps for grinding food.
Very good. Simple. So you see, doing the presentations, doing the assignments is of great advantage. So you must do your assignments, students. You have to do your assignments. Very important to do your assignments, all right? Could somebody read the part B for me, please? And if you don't know the answer, you can do the research. You can Google the answer. All right, can somebody read part B for me? Can somebody read part B for me, please?
At a Caribbean school where free meals are provided, it is observed that 40% of the children taking these meals have body mass indices, BMI, that are much greater than 25, which is above the normal range. Also, it is found that some of the children show signs of night blindness. Potato, yam, rice, chicken, beef. From the above mentioned foods, name one source and one function of vitamin A.
All right, thank you very much, Kimola. All right, so we are seeing here, this part of the syllabus, this part of this exam now is based on, this question is based on nutrition as well. And in nutrition, you have to know the food and their sources, you know, vitamins, minerals, and their sources, and the micronutrients and the macronutrients, you have to know the sources. So it says, at a Caribbean school where free meals are provided, it's observed that 40% of the children taking these meals have body mass indices, rather, which is the BMI, or otherwise body mass index, that are much greater than 25. And I think I did a class where the body mass index was greater than 25. Anybody know what happens if the body mass index is greater than 25? And what can say if the body mass index is greater than 25? If it's greater, you sure? Well,
Greater? You were saying greater?
Greater.
Yes.
Greater, yeah, greater.
Oh, yeah, overweight.
Exactly. You can be obese, which is above the normal range. Also, it is found that some of the children show signs of night blindness. If they show that sign of night blindness, means that they are lacking a particular vitamin. Right? So potato, yam, rice, chicken, beef, cabbage, lettuce, and carrot form the main part of the meals. So, from the above mentioned foods, name one source and one function of vitamin A. So, what's the source of vitamin A that is there in the list? Very easy, 1 mark. What's the source of vitamin A? Which of those foods?
Carrot and potato.
Carrot and potato. So you're saying that potato is a source of vitamin A? Well, it says, is that correct? Carrot and potato?
I'm not sure about carrot, but I know the sweet potato have vitamin A.
Oh, well, it didn't say sweet potato, it's a potato. All right. It says potato. But the latter is correct. Carrot. All right. If you said carrot, would be the answer would have been safe right there. So, all right, good. So, what's the function of vitamin A? Button, function of vitamin A. You can Google it if you wish.
Repeat that again, sir.
Sir,
Source of vitamin A.
it
And
helps
of
your
course,
natural defense against illness and infection,
okay.
like your immune system.
Yes, and it helps produce red blood cells.
Yeah. And it's good for eyesight, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So So sweet potatoes, yes, can give you vitamin A. So you were correct on that, Tiandra. And of course, really vegetables can do so. So you probably have mentioned the lettuce, right? And of course, the carrots is the main thing there as a source of vitamin A. So we don't know the function of vitamin, which you mentioned. Some of it you mentioned. All right, you got several functions, you mentioned them. All right, function of vitamin A. Question there. All right. Function of vitamin A. So that's my function of vitamin A. No, I don't really memorize these things, is it? But you have to memorize it. You have to know it. Good. All right, so you have mentioned to a great extent that. Now, what's the definition for body mass index? You can look it up. You can Google it if you wish. Let me Google that. What's the function of the definition?
So it can be indicators eye body fatness.
Come again? Eye body what?
Fatness.
Yeah, it is it,
For
well,
overweight.
it's actually an index that describes, yeah, whether or not you're overweight, or if you're normal weight, or if you're what's the other word is now, or if you are malnutrition, you're below the weight that you're supposed to be. But to find the body mass index, though, it is a relationship between your height and your body mass. You understand? So if you talk about definition of it, it's really a relationship between your height and your body mass that determines your body mass index. Okay? A relationship between your height and your body mass. So height in meters and your weight in kilograms. All right? And here you are, as I told you before. So here they are giving you the formula. Can somebody read that part for me, please? Yeah, go ahead, Trisha. I mean, go ahead.
And I was yelling and he just fell apart. It was
And
awful. Well, push it and push it and push it. I pushed back.
Emotional's not easy, but
I'm
I
tall
knew it
and
was gonna be
weighs
hard, but living with him is a
45
lot.
kilogram calculated
There's something to get
BMI.
it now, and I know he has idiosyncrasies, but there's a lot of that. I mean,
BMI
a lot.
equals
Weight
weight
Yes.
kilometer
Well,
kilogram
it doesn't work
over
classy. You know him.
well, height
Maybe know him. How do I deal with Sean?
meters cubed.
It's been
The
12
two
years and I'm
means
still.
He just always has to be
Square,
right.
square,
And do
yeah.
you know how many calls and texts and notes he's left?
All right. Okay,
Mom?
thank you. All right, so they have given you the height in meters, and they have given you his weight in kilogram, and they're asking you to calculate and his BMI, right? Now, so it's based on your calculation above is and the overweight. Now, how would you carry out the calculation, right? So by the way, what would be his BMI?
You would have to divide.
What are you going to divide? What are you going to divide?
The
An agenda with him. He's just
kilograms, sir.
But what about
little change.
Huh?
A little.
You won't been expecting him to change.
Sir, me no know. Somebody
He doesn't
help
want
me.
you to change.
the formula tells you? The formula tell you. All you're going to do is substitute what is given into the formula. So his weight is given, is 45 kilograms.
Divided by 1.0.
Divided by 1.0. 1.0 has 1. The square of 1.
Yes.
Good. Well, the square of 1 is still 1.
If Riley has a tumor,
1 times 1 is
we
still
need to
1.
open her up to find
And
out
that
what
is
she's dealing with.
another 5.
Why do you think she has a tumor?
It is actually 45 kilo.
Same symptoms she's been having for years.
Okay.
Yes.
Right? That is his body mass. Good. Now, but the question asks now, is he overweight? That's the question being asked here. Is he overweight?
Yes, sir. He seems obvious.
He's obese. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. All right. Anybody disagree? Anybody disagrees? All right. So once you're over that, I guess you're overweight. All right. You're really considered to be overweight. Obese. All right. Simple questions right there. All right. So we're going to move on from there. We lose somebody. Think we lose somebody. We lost. All right. Now, can somebody read that one, part 4? Can somebody read part 4 for us, please? Can somebody read part 4? Somebody else that heard read as it. Javon, could you read for me? Part 4. Javon, could you read part 4 for us, please?
Okay, recommend to those providing the meals how the portions of starches, proteins, and vegetables can be adjusted to reverse the observed trend. That is, children who are overweight and suffer from night blindness. Give a reason for each.
Thank you. So it's asked to recommend to those providing the meals how the portions of starches and proteins or vegetables can be adjusted to reverse the observed trend. And I give a reason for each adjustment. Now, it's a recommendation that you're making, right? You're making a recommendation. No, Javon, I wasn't hearing you at all. You have to unmute your mic for me to hear you. I was not hearing any at all, Javon. Not hearing you at all. Your mic is on, but I'm not hearing you. So maybe if you have an earphone using, you have to plug out the earphone and speak straight to the laptop. All right. Now, it is recommended that you have, some persons have a lot of starch and protein in them food and less vegetable. But the truth is, let us look at, in order to answer this question, let us look at what a balanced meal thing should be like, all right? Let me show you proper diet. All right, so we're gonna look at that. All right, now let's go to Google a bit, just a bit of information. Then we'll come back to the question. All right, so we're gonna answer these questions. So here Google is telling us what to eat. Good. So all grains, in terms of the diet, all grains, which is whole wheat, steel cut oats, brown rice, and so forth. And I buy brown rice. Vegetables, colorful variety, not potatoes, and so forth, Good. All fruits, not fruit juices, no. Some person think that should have fruit juices, but it's better to have the fruits itself, the whole fruits. It's better actually eat the fruits itself rather than just you drink the juices. So some persons that because they drink the fruit juice and so forth, they think that it's all healthy, but it's not all healthy, you know, about doing that. But you need to eat the fruit itself. If you have a fruit dish itself, then you're just going to be, you know, drinking fruit juice. They say all fruits, not fruit juices. Nuts, seeds, beans, and other healthful sources of protein, you know, fish and poultry, right? And I would recommend more the nuts and etc. Plant oils, olive and other vegetable oils, right? So we're going to look at a imagery though, or a picture of a food plate as to what it should look like. And let's see what a food plate actually looks like. And you see more of what you need. Good. Now, and fiber is very good, you know. Fiber is very good. You understand? It's going to show you something here. Now, if you look at this picture right here, it's showing you, giving you options. Now, this has a lot of starch and maybe a piece of protein. But if you look in this, it is balanced. It has starch, it has vegetable, lots of vegetable. Good. And I'm going to show you a diet chart for people who are obese. Let's look at this diet chart now for persons who are obese. And this will probably answer the question. Should answer the question, right? Now, obesity diet chart. If you look at it, they are telling you here the total. Now 70 grams of protein, but the carbohydrates is 280 grams. Good, but look at this. Sodium is 1,000, calcium is 600. That's a bit of diet chart. I will look at the E12 plate. Let's look at the E12 plate. If you notice, the bigger part of the portion of the plate has a lot of fruits and vegetables. Good. So I recommend that you consume more fruits and, you know, vegetable, less starch, less protein, right? To give it in that proportion. Good. If you want to break it down in terms of percentages, then you know that the higher percentage would be vegetable and the fruits, and lesser percentages for starch, especially if you're not an active individual. I mean, athletes and so forth may tend to eat more starch because they're going to burn the starch and get more energy. So it's also depending on the type of job that you do, type of activities that you do, etc. All right. Okay. Now, this question here that I'm going to be looking at now. This one here. So there's two factors other than poor diet that would contribute to the children having BMI above the normal age. Now, these children, I mean, they might be eating a lot of sweets and so forth, right? A lot of sweets and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they might be inactive too. They may not be exercising a lot. So these days, these kids are all they do is on their tablets. They are not actively engaged in anything anymore. So the kids are on a cell phone, sitting on a computer. They probably on their tablets, so they are not active. So if there were the days where there were no tablets, no this, no that, and they run up and down, play them down the shandy, play them football and netball, they would have been at a normal weight that a child should be at. So if you are not, you know, so that's another thing that contributes to this child having been obese and lack of poor diet as well. So that's another reason you could also look at, right? Good. Now, let's continue. This question is now based on our what we are now studying, or have been studying right now in terms of pollution and such the like. So I've selected some questions that relates to what we have been studying and what you have, done for assignment. So we want to have the class like this going forward, that you do your assignments, you submit them, I mark them with your results, you move on to the other assignment. I also must be getting your presentations. Is not something you should stop doing, something you should continue to do. And I don't know why people think I should stop doing presentations. Something you have to do constantly. It helps you through the syllabus, not just to one particular year of the syllabus. But you must, and this is what Samaya did. Samaya did, and she told us that right now she's still remembering what she studied back then, and that was COVID 2020. That's 2 years ago. That was actually 2 years ago she started. You understand? She's talking about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, right? And she still remembers it because of the technique. So I cannot do the technique for you. I can only tell you what to do, and you do the technique. Each week as you practice the technique, you correct it. And as you correct it and perfect it, you get better. So you want to sustain. I'm sure that those persons who made the water filters is going to remember this. It's going to be with you for a long time. So it's not about giving you content, or because I can go to Google and give you the content. I don't need to read it from a book. I don't need to write down notes. That is not what is important. What's important is that you own the knowledge. So after you read it and you hear it, you must own the knowledge. That's the key to success in HSBE. Own the knowledge, right? You have to own it, okay? So one little second here, please. I have to do everything here. 1 little second here. So we have to own the knowledge if we're going to be successful. Because when you go into the exam, the truth is there's no textbook. No textbook at all. There's no textbook that you're going to have there, right? No textbook whatsoever. You follow? So at the end of the day, you have to do what is required of you in order to be successful. And that is what this whole business of teaching is about. It's not about giving you a bag of notes. So those notes don't do it. All right. So let's continue now. Part A of the question speaks about defining the term pollutant and identify 2 sources of chemical pollutants. And can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me what does the term pollutant mean? Anybody? I mean, you have done the pollution exercise, so you must can tell me.
Sir, pollutant would be like the air polluted or water.
Pollutant, it says. Pollutant. It's a noun. The verb pollutant, the word pollutant is actually a noun. It's actually a noun. All right, based on let's look at the presentations that was done about thing. What is it that why we had to purify the water? Why did Trisiana, Amoy, Makeda, why did those persons have to purify the water? What was wrong with the water? Why they had to purify it?
Sir, because the water is polluted.
What is that caused the water to become polluted?
That's so.
Hmm?
Sir, I know, but I not know at the same time. I remember.
Do you remember? Don't remember?
Sir, like I'm not that same. Like when the gully water going like the sea and then something.
Well, yeah, but all right.
And people
Pollutant.
at the place. And
Okay.
it was happening at the river and then something.
Okay, well, that's a nice try. Nice try. But real fact, nice try there. Let me ask, could Trisiana or Amoy expound on that? Could any of you expound on that for me, please?
Could you repeat what you said, sir?
No, you give me your answer. You give me your answer. Oh, good night to Rashika, Raphael. Good night to you, Rashika. Good night, Rashika, Raphael. She's saying good night to us. Good night to you as well, Rashika. Okay. So why did you have to purify the water, Tristiana? You tell me why you had to purify the water.
So it could be safe for consumption, sir.
So what made the water not safe for consumption? Why you had to purify it? What made it not safe for consumption?
Because of all the germs and bacteria was inside of the water. And because the water comes from all source of water that on the planet, whether from the gully, from the gutter, and
where you got the water from that you purified?
On my count, 1.
From out of a drum, sir. When I drum in my yard. Yes,
okay,
sir, because I was at the country at that time when I was at when I did that experiment. I got the water from a drum.
So what made that water not safe for drinking?
Because of where I got it from, and because of the color, it was discolored, and we didn't know where.
All right. So what caused to be discolored then? What caused to be discolored?
The bacteria and germs are in it.
So yes, the bacteria cause the water to be discolored. You sure?
No, sir. What caused it? Oh, sir, the dirt and the mud.
Yeah. So in a sense,
and the rust from the drum.
So those things can be considered as pollutant, Tiandra. They can be considered as pollutant. Anything that does not belong. So those things does not belong in water, right? So it pollutes it. You understand? So the term pollutant, it's really anything that pollutes. And in other words, no, it does not belong there. Good? It doesn't belong there, right? So if something doesn't belong in something, it's a pollutant. It's foreign to it. For example, when people throw plastic bottles into the sea, they're polluting the sea because they're putting in things that doesn't belong there. If they were to put fishes in it, that would not be polluting it because fishes belong to the sea. Good. But anything that you put into the water or wherever, and it doesn't belong there, you're actually polluting the environment itself. So name 2 sources of chemical pollutants. 2 sources of chemical pollutants. Two sources of chemical pollutants. What have the answer?
Sir, can I get a clue?
No. Just think about it and me tell if you're right or you're wrong. How about that? 2 sources of chemical pollutants.
Sir, it would have been like
metal.
Metals? Okay. What's the
for example, sir, like the rust. Like the rust from the metal drum.
Okay. Okay. Well,
but metal, you would have want the name of the metal that made the drum. Okay. That would probably cause the pollution.
Javon says petroleum. Petroleum is correct. That's a source of chemical pollutants. When they have oil spill, yes, petroleum. But you're correct too, Cristiano. The rust from iron is in the water that can make it pollute. It's a chemical pollutant. But you could also mention factories. There are sources of chemical pollutants. The factories are also sources of chemical pollutants.
that's what I was going to say.
Okay, yeah, industrial pollution. There are sources of chemical pollutants because they let out bad gases out there that can pollute the air, and also they let out sewage.
Pesticides?
Pesticides. So agriculture is also a source of chemical pollutants. Pesticides, yes, that's correct. All right, good. All right. Shall we think about this? Yeah. No questions, no. Distinguish between the terms disinfectant and antiseptic. Distinguish between the terms. Distinguish between disinfectant and antiseptic. And that's 2 marks. What's the word distinguish? Hold on. Before we go further, hold on. What does the word distinguish mean?
Sir, the difference between
Difference, sir.
Difference between. Okay.
Sir,
something.
one is used on living things and one used on non-living.
You sure?
Is that correct?
Is that correct? Disinfectant.
Yes, sir.
So give me an example, by the way. What do you mean?
I mean, living organism, like for example, the
Hmm.
skin, you can use something on human skin.
Which one use on human skin?
Antiseptic.
Antiseptic. Okay.
Yeah.
And disinfectant.
Things that are harmful, like chemicals.
Okay then. All right. Okay, so you're correct. So disinfectants are used to kill germs on non-living surfaces. So the disinfectant, as you heard her trying to say there, they are used to do what? Destroy germs that are on non-living surfaces. So you can use a disinfectant on your countertop, your kitchen counters. You use disinfectant on your desks and your chairs. You use disinfectant on so when they use them and sanitize the chairs and so forth, they can't use it on your skin. So disinfectants are used to kill germs on non-living surfaces, while the antiseptics now kill microorganisms on your skin. So there's a difference. So one is used to kill non-living, kill germs on non-living surfaces, and one is used to kill germs or microorganisms on your skin. So please ensure that you recall that. So the next time you go to the pharmacy or to the supermarket, you can say, oh, this is a disinfectant and this is an antiseptic. Just to play around, you make use of the information that you learned, right? So the disinfectant, as I said before, that is used on your kitchen counters and your dinner table, whatever you use on the floor, when you're mopping up the floor, that's a disinfectant. But the antiseptic now is what is used on your skin to kill germs and bacteria. All right, thank you very much for that response. That was Nastasia? Yes, that's correct. All right,
Sir.
good. So we're going to go to part C of the question. Can someone read part C for me, please? Can someone read part C for me, please? Read part C for me. Why you want me to read it?
Sir, are you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, perfect, sir. Yeah, I'm here to know, Japan. You can read it for
Yes,
me.
yes, sir.
Following severe.
Oh, hold on. Javon is going to read. Yeah, go ahead, Javon.
Following severe flooding, residents had to use water from an overflow reservoir located near the village.
Residents had to use water from an overflow.
Hold on. Let me see this stuff. Thing is reading. Javon is reading. All right. Go ahead, Javon. Continue.
Although they treated the water with recommended amount of chlorine bleach, many of them still became very ill. Based on their knowledge of water purification and pollutants, explain what the residents were trying to achieve by treating the water with bleach and why this treatment was not enough to ensure that the water was safe for human consumption.
Okay. Again, so we see where the experiment would have lent itself to this question somewhat. But all they did was create a water filter and demonstrate the functionality of it. But this now asks for more than the functionality of the water filter that you created, right? This asks for more. Agree? So thank you for reading that, Javon. It says, following severe flooding, we all know what severe flooding is all about. Even if you're young, as me, or older than I am, you all know what, or younger than I am, okay, all right? You all know what flooding is all about. Residents had to use water from an overflowing reservoir located near the village. So like muddy and all that, just like the water that Amoy showed us. Although they treated the water with the recommended amount of chlorine bleach, many of them still became very ill. Based on your knowledge of water purification and pollutants, explain what the residents were trying to achieve by treating the water with bleach and why this treatment was not enough to ensure that the water was safe for human consumption. Anybody? Anyone? You want to give it a try? Cristiano, you did the video. Want to give it a try? You did your presentation.
Again, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
We should use the laser to get any terminations before moving acceptance.
What were you saying? Just somebody kind of get distracted or what I said if I would like to try.
Answer the question. Answer part C. Answer part C. So you're distracted? Based on your knowledge
No,
of...
sir, may I read? May I read, sir?
Okay.
Sir, the residents said they were trying to purify the water. They were trying to disinfect the water, sir, but the bleach alone wasn't strong enough to get rid of the germs in the water.
So, okay, so they're trying to disinfect the water with the chlorine. Says it wasn't strong enough. But
it didn't go through the right stages of water filtration, sir.
Okay then. All right. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. And sometimes the bleach could mix with the chemical in the water and cause new toxins because you don't know what kind of chemical in the water, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. So they could use what they call alum to coagulate the water. So as Tristiana says, they didn't go through all the stages to purify water for the purify the water. Because even though they put the bleach in it, and if you notice it coming, it's a severe flooding. So it may probably have some smaller particles that they didn't get rid of. Right? So so as both of you could be correct. I understand both of you could be correct. But notice it's 5 marks. Now, when you're going to respond to a question like this, you have to probably speak of what? Briefly talk about water purification. What are the stages of water purification? You have to let them know that you know the stages of water purification. And then now, because you have known the stages of water purification, now, as mentioned by Tristiana, then now you say, okay, then they only did the disinfecting part, but it was not no sedimentation took place, no coagulation took place, no filtration took place. Good. So therefore, they'd have missed out on that. I mean, the bleach is used at the end, but they probably didn't do something to it at the beginning. They just throw the bleach in it. Good. So that could be a response that you could use to answer that question. All right. So we'll take up the last question in our next session. All right, that would have been the end of it. Because this we're going to be taking some time to talk about how we discuss when we're answering the questions. But tonight you have seen what exam questions are like. In our next class, when we look at exam questions, I'm going to show you how to construct your responses so that your responses can be clear. So we're going to do that in our next class, which is next week, Thursday, God's willing. We have good internet connectivity and I'm in good frame of mind. Now, as we close this session tonight, I just want you to understand though that, you know, for us to have a successful class each night, tonight was not bad, it could have been better, but for us to have a successful class, assignments has to be done. I mean, because if I come and look at past questions and you did not do the assignment, I mean, hey, you will not know if you have done well, if you are learning. So to know if you are learning, when you come to the class itself, you'd have done your assignments and have some knowledge to come and respond to questions. And you say, okay, then I the teacher can say, all right, you are responding to the question, but you need to refine your response. And then I'll use the class time to help you to refine your response. But if you don't do your assignments, then I cannot help you to refine your response. So the next set of slides, next set of possible questions are going to be based on systems. So I'm going to look for some possible questions based on the digestive system. So everybody would have looked at the digestive system already. They're going to move into the other system until, because those are doing the exam, needs to run through the part B of the syllabus. And then hopefully by now you'd get to section D of the syllabus as well. All right, so sorry about that. So I'm just saying to you that, you know, you have to do the assignments today so that when we come to the class, you know, we can learn. So I look forward for Thursday that everybody now come prepared to answer some questions on the digestive system. The following week, we're going to move into another system, come prepared to answer questions on that. So what that means then, you're going to do your assignments in preparation to participate well for the class. And then of course, the workbook activity will come handy again. So I'm going to prepare for every class on Thursday. Yeah, go ahead, Tiandra.
Where do we get to do the assignments?
Tiandra,
Sorry?
I'll answer you on a phone call. I can't answer you now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm simply saying that you do your assignment so you can be ready for class before every Thursday. I gave you guys a video. It's a promotional video, yes, but a part of it shows you how to upload assignments. Javon, you need to you're getting access to the assignments. You need to go to sign up with Schoology so that they can approve you for both your subject areas, and then you can start doing assignments. Don't let the Thursday come and that's not done. You got the letter, the instructions, the links are on the letter to carry directly to where you must go. and do whatever you must do. So you got to do what you must do.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
sir?
Yes, sir. Sorry about that, sir.
Yes. So I am making it clear. But every week you come to class, you must have done your assignments because the assignments are now going to be based on the class time is now going to be presentation. The presentation for class is going to be based on the assignments that you have done. So make that one clear now. So if you have not done the digestive system as yet, ensure to do it before Thursday to come. You have 1 week to prepare. Yeah, basically a week to go and do the diet. If you have not done it as yet, do it. If you have done it, go and review it. So when we come now, we can answer some possible questions on the digestive system. My technique is that when you come with your information, I can now show you how to use your knowledge now to answer the questions after you have tried. And I'll show you how you can let the responses be very fluid, that you understand it. So you're going to create your word chart. You understand? When you create your word chart, you can say, yes, you can answer it that way. So I'm just saying to you, be prepared for the classes on Thursdays and let's go. So those of you who are doing the exam next year, you have an advantage because you basically you'd have passed the exam, this one that is coming. Right? And for those who are doing the exam this year, yes, there's a paper 3 for human and social biology. I was just told that recently. They just started it this year, January here. So nothing difficult to do. Once you cover the content from section A to E, you'll be able to do paper 3. All right. So that's a wrap for tonight. And we closing down the show tonight. And that's it for tonight. So if there's any questions, you can ask your question, but we're going to move on from here. So I want to go back to the video that was played by or just for the sake of those persons on YouTube who probably not would have missed that video. I want them to hear the level of encouragement from one of our past students, Mrs. Samoya Valentine. All right. So we're going to go to Samoya Valentine's video again. And let's see how that works. All right. So please ensure that you come prepared, to build your, do well on the past paper questions. All right. So come prepared to do that. Okay, folks. Okay, folks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, come prepared. Because as I said before, it is of vital importance that you do that so that you can be.
Hey everyone, so I want to give a basic rundown of my experience with CDP Labs. It was a tremendous experience and still is because I still use them while I'm here in the UK. So
All right, so I'm going to be. So she said that she used us. No, Anastasia. It's different. You can't text me during WhatsApp here. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. All right. Project. Those who are doing the SBAs this year, they're actually doing a project. So it doesn't matter whether the paper chart, it's still right to write something. So same difference. Right. So let's listen back to Samoya's video and then we close after that and you come prepared for Thursday's exam.
Hey everyone, so I want to give a basic rundown of my experience with CDP Labs. It was a tremendous experience and still is because I still use them while I'm here in the UK. So with my experience, I really enjoyed the sessions because I had like 2 weeks to prepare for the exam, to study thoroughly. I was doing haphazard reading here and there because I was going to class, but I wasn't going.
Oh, when you say that she's using us still while she's in the UK, she's now studying to be a business analyst. So she thought it was best to still make use of our services. So she's using our services as well to do that course at the tertiary level. So you see, give God thanks. Because of God, you're in good hands. Let me say that way. All right? Do what you're supposed to do, students.
as often as I should have. And so I joined CDP Labs, found them through YouTube when I was trying to find a tutor because I really, really needed a tutor because that's the only help I see, at that time, at that point in time. So for me, it was great. Like what I did was I utilize my learning skills, right? I'm a visual learner, and Ronique, he taught me lessons of how to use my visual skills. And with that, I put in the hard work of going through each section of the syllabus and utilize my visual skills by running through pictures, using pictures and diagrams to understand.
And note what she says that you have to identify your learning skill, right? You have to identify your learning skills. You understand, and then use up your learning skills. And I can see that I saw it from Amoy, I saw it from Tristiana, I saw it from Makeda, and I even also saw it from Nastasia that you guys are creative, and therefore you have to use your creativity to teach yourself and to learn, right? So I saw Nastasia made a chart, that was a nice chart. Come to think about it. The last video you did, man, the last one that you did, right? But don't stop there. You have to continue using it through the syllabus. You will hear what she said after this now. I want to listen to her keenly, right? She said that she identified her learning skill. I didn't know that her learning skill was that, but because I learned that way, so I teach that way. I use pictures, I use diagrams, and she was then asked to do the same, to do her presentations. And I can see that you guys are good with I never actually thought you'd have actually made a literal water filter. I never thought you'd have done that, and you did it. It came out good. So at the end of the day, use it. And I saw Amoy is very creative. Amoy is creative. She made that teeth. It looked like a real teeth, real diamond set of tooth. If an old man was there and would have probably bite and put dentures up in my mouth. You understand? It was really good. And I saw Makeda express her creativity. Now, for those who are doing chemistry, I'm waiting to see the labs that you do at home. Right, Tiziana? I am waiting to see the labs. Yes, man, I'm waiting to see those labs, right? I want to see the labs go on display. So it's going to be project, because I want learning to take place. Good grades. It's you, it's your education. It's your education. You understand? Your education. Let's continue to listen to her.
Understand each lesson and ensure that I cap all the different areas. And for me, like even now, I literally remember my experience
Even
doing
now,
that. And also
she made this video I think it was Thursday before class. She made this video Thursday. I could show you when she sent it to me. She made this video Thursday. So even now, she literally remember these things. That's the impact that the technique will have on you too. So I'm just saying to you, it's not about Mr. Bernard, even though she mentioned my name, well, my first name. It's not about me. It's about, God used, I love to teach. That's why CDP Labs and the Services slogan says, we teach because we love to teach. And teaching is not about giving you the content. It's all about, creating the environment for you to actually learn. Whether you're online, yes or no, it's going to be the same for me. You understand? You got to do projects, you got to come display your presentations. And once you're involved in the learning, you will learn. You will never forget. That is it. You go to the exam, bam, bam, can't fail. And the videos were made easy to. So those of you who have started watching those videos already, very easy for you to follow. When I made these videos, with in mind that when you watch them, you don't need a textbook because it basically covers a chapter, an entire chapter in less than an hour. Yeah. All right, so make use of it, man.
also I remember the things from what I've studied. So it was more like it became more solidified in my mind, and I really, really enjoyed it. And one encouragement I would give is that find your learnings, find how you used to understand stuff. Like, different persons are different learners. You have visual learners, you have persons who can literally read something and understand it. But I'll encourage you to put in the hard work, put in the time, and to use the technique that suits you, to become more familiar and understand the subject matter more easier. So for me, the exam was really, really made easier because of those techniques. Yeah, I got a grade 2 because I did not study one section thoroughly. Let me just get that in. But one encouragement I would give: study it thoroughly and study each section thoroughly so you can get your grade 1. And good luck to you all. Have a wonderful study session at CDP Labs.
I'm really happy to have heard from her. And of course, to God be the glory, and this is a student that took 2 weeks. And she tell you that you have to do it thoroughly. You have to make the time, do the work, practice to use different techniques. It's all about technique, and you pass the exam. So CDP Labs and the services have the techniques. We have techniques for EDPM as well. One of our teacher who teaches EDPM, she's not really she is, yeah, how do I say it? We have a partnership with her in school, Asana's Tutoring Services, and she teaches EDPM accounts and POB. And she has techniques that get her students to do very well as well, get grade 1s, you understand? And they've done very well. So at the end of the day, it can't lose. But I'm going to say this again. Students, whosoever, if it's you paying for the service, please to pay it on time. Put aside CDP Labs little money so they can get it. And if it's a parent doing it, tell the parent put it aside so they can get it, because we need to pay our bills too. You understand? We'll pay for the websites. You understand? We have to pay for everything. Pay for Zoom, everything. So please encourage those persons who are taking care of that to do it so that you can maintain your stay with CDP Labs and Services and get your grade 1 in less than a month. So, been there, done that, and I'm sure we're happy to do it again. So it's a good night from me. Good night from me, students. And remember, be prepared for your class next week, Thursday. God's willing, I am in best of shape. So I'm asked you to pray for me, because I don't want to be, I don't want to delay any more of your classes. I just want to deliver. So please to pray for me. I'm struggling, but God's willing, I'll be able to. So, all right, so you may leave. I'm going to talk to those persons on YouTube now. So you may leave. Have a good night, folks.
Okay, good night, sir. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thanks for coming, sir. Yeah, I will surely enjoy my birthday tomorrow.
Oh yes, and I know you will, and I hope you will do have a wonderful time. Thank you very much.
Okay,
You're
sir.
welcome. Okay then. All right. Take care. All right. I'll say good night to those on YouTube. I'm dressed down today, casually and so forth. So I'm just talking to you now, those on YouTube, and of course, before the advertisement part of it, I just want you to know that you have heard about the testimony of one of our students. If you really, tonight would have been the last night that we were streaming the HSB class 4, but we'll be streaming, but not live like this. It will be streamed, but privately. So if you want to get into this, the live streams on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, as you have heard from Samoya, she joined the school. She didn't just come on YouTube, she joined the school. So you have an opportunity to join the school. You can go to our website and sign up for the school at www.cdplabsservices.com. And of course, we have a special going on for our students now. Those persons who would like to still view from YouTube, we would just ask to make a small contribution of 2,000 Jamaican dollars, and you can pay for it. If you're an international student, you can pay for it in US. The same amount, just pay the US equivalent to the Jamaican $2,000, and we will give it to you if you ask us for it. So I'm just asking that you sign up. You can sign up our website. There's a form that you can fill out on the website. If you're a YouTube viewer, you can fill out the form for YouTube viewers, and then you'll be able to join our WhatsApp group for our YouTube viewers. So you can also be a part of the classes and interact in the chat on our WhatsApp group. And of course, you get to do assignments too, just like the students in CDP Labs and Services, just for 2,000 Jamaican dollars a month. Just 2,000 Jamaican dollars a month. That's all we ask you for. So if you sign up the form that speaks to our YouTube viewers, then we'll send you an invoice so you can pay your $2,000 Jamaican dollars, or you pay the US equivalent, and then you'll get your live streams every week through your email addresses. And then of course you'll be able to participate in our WhatsApp group while the classes are going on. And of course you also get access to the in-class workbooks that our students are using during the live classes. So it is very important. We cannot really stream all our classes without any financial support. So we're asking you to help us to grow and become more useful for people across the world and offer more services for them. We want to educate the world. It's our mission to educate the world. It's a mission to educate the Jamaican people. It's our mission to educate the Caribbean nationals. It's our mission to educate those across the world. I mean, there's more that we have to come. There'll be more features coming. One of our greatest plans, is to introduce some things that people will love. So that's one of our plans. We'll be working on that as well. We have a little agricultural thing that's going to come on stream. We have been talking about that for the longest time, but I believe finally it will come along. All right. So I'm just saying good night to you. And this is our final human and social biology streaming. Tomorrow we'll be doing mathematics. We'll be doing mathematics streaming for 1 month, but we'll be streaming live publicly mathematics for 1 month on Sunday nights. But after the February, that you're going to have to pay this again to see those live streams now that will come in March and so forth. In March, we'll do live stream for chemistry just for 1 month. And again, so it's one subject each month will be live streaming and so forth. But if you want to get all the live streams throughout the non-public live streams, you just simply pay your contribution. That's all we're asking you for. All right. You have heard from one of our past students that the service is good, and she's impressed that she even asked us to help her to teach her for tertiary level in the UK. So support CDP Labs with the services. That's all we ask. Don't just come and be subscribers, but support us even more. We appreciate your support with subscription. I really appreciate it, but we want more. We need to grow this institution because it must be one of the number one or the number one institution in Jamaica and across the Caribbean. So please support us so that you can get more teachers to come online and stream following our technique of teaching, which will guarantee success. Have yourselves a good night. Take care. I am Ronique Bernard, yours truly, your host for tonight. Thank you. Stay well and be healthy.
They said you wouldn't make it so far.
Are you interested in finding a school to enhance your education? Not sure where to start? Well, today your search is over. CDP Maths Lab eSchool offers classes for CSEC, CAPE, and GSET subjects, along with training in early childhood education and data operation. Listen to what CDP Maths Lab students have to say about their most fulfilling experience.
While I was attending, it was almost the best experience I ever had. Like I was in class, but I wasn't. I would give the school the full 10 out of 10 because the teachers take the opportunity to help the ones that really needed it. To the upcoming students, this is the best decision you have made, and it will benefit you in the near future.
Talk to your soul and say,
CDP Maths Lab eSchool was founded by Ronique Bernard in August 2009 with a vision to see our students receive a solid education with an emphasis on developing their cognitive skills. The school is committed to developing individuals who will have a positive impact on the society.
The class it really helped me, and if you are going to CSEC, I really recommend this class, so you could always give it a try. The prices are really reasonable, and it is really worth it for online class. Like myself, you would be proud because on that day or on that night when results are out and you log in and you open your results, that feeling, it really is great. It is more of an experience that you would really want to relive.
Of course, I went through it and I passed my exams, so I would highly recommend this to anyone. If you have a problem or so, they will take their time out. They will take their time out to tell you. Plus, they have history of also past students who have also passed their exams in once.
I have been attending for 6 months, and my most fulfilling moment would be the interaction between the teachers and the students, as the environment is very comfortable and welcoming. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, I would rate this institution, along with the teaching techniques, skills, and tolerance of the teachers, a perfect score of 10. If I had the opportunity to recommend someone to this class, I would, because I can assure you that you will leave 10 times better than how you had entered. Now that I am leaving, one thing that I would recommend is a classroom interaction at least twice a month, as some students tend to do better with face-to-face interactions. This program would be the best decision one could choose, as the teachers are excellent at what they do, and they will go to the extreme to ensure that you understand what was taught, even if that means staying up with you all night. To CDP Maths Lab. Thank you.
Despite his late start, Shonday was able to successfully complete his exam.
Trust me, it's a really good program, because if I entered a month before exam and I passed the exam, that says everything for itself. The program speaks for itself practically then.
CDP Maths Lab eSchool is convenient and economical. We provide flexible learning options in a relaxed environment. With over 80% pass rate, we offer free demo classes before payment, one-to-one interactive tutoring, clinical teaching sessions to strengthen weak areas, and step-by-step video and worksheet exercises.
So of course, we really are the one to choose. Experience teaches wisdom. So we offer a free online orientation to our prospective students to support your decision. Of course, you cannot make a decision without experience. It is always best to make an informed decision. Now, of course, we are working towards offering you through education. That means we believe in the mental, the physical, and spiritual powers. We believe that we should develop all three harmoniously. And of course, in the past and in the present and in the future, we'll continue to involve our students in praying before classes begin. We look at the Bible text, we discuss it, we get the message from it, and we continue in our class. We are trying to exercise a Christ-centered, faith-based institution. Now, we believe that students in these hard times, normally the grocery is always the top on the list and the hardest to budget for. And so we want to educate our students in how to plant healthy food materials like vegetables, ground provisions, legumes, you name it, to help them to be able to recognize that they can provide for themselves and family without having spending too much money. And so we want to push forward agriculture as a part of our program. So we're going to dub that backyard farming, side yard farming, front yard farming, everywhere in the yard farming. And so we look forward to ensure that we deliver that successfully as we have done. Register with us now.
Are you ready to start your journey with CDP Maths Lab eSchool? Call us at 324-8441 or email us at cdpmathlab@hotmail.com. CDP Maths Lab eSchool, designed with your educational needs in mind.